Your father's your prison. I'll be right back. You're just a copy of an imitation. Aren't we all? What up? Got into a fight with my dad and quit my job today. How are you? Sounds good. Sounds like you're standing up for yourself and becoming an adult. That's what I could say. Don't take shit from nobody. It's been a good day. You might not feel like you're having a good day right now, but in retrospect, you're going to respect yourself. TJ is the Tupac of atheism. I hope not, because he got shot. I don't want to get shot. Would you rather lose your dominant hand or both your legs? I'm pretty ambidextrous, so I'd rather lose my dominant hand. I need my legs to walk. You're not a man until you defeat your father in hand-to-hand combat. Damn. I don't know if that's true, but you at least got to stand up to his ass. TJ, would you call yourself a transhumanist? Yes. I'm not fervent about it, but yes. You're too fat to walk, TJ. Really? I didn't even realize. It's probably why I'm fucking always hurting. It's probably my back's always fucked up because I'm just too fat to even be walking. I should just be in a wheelchair. Paul is Balos from Cave Story. I don't know what Balos is, but okay. I hate myself, TJ. I got nothing to live for. What should I do? Find something to live for. Learn to love yourself? I don't know. You must assert dominance over your father and mount your mother. All right, we're going too far with this, guys. Calm the fuck down. Are you going to see the new Harry Potter movie? I hear it sucks. Can you even really call it a Harry Potter movie when it's not about Harry Potter anymore? I don't think you can. I think I think that universe had its time and now it's time to set it aside for a little while. Like, these fucking companies are undercutting themselves because they rely so much on nostalgia, but they inundate you with so much of every property that there's no way you could fucking feel nostalgia anymore. It's the same thing with Disney and Star Wars. Like, they just keep shoving it down your throat. And it's like, all right, you guys are trying to play to our nostalgia, but you're giving us too much of this for there to be any nostalgia. Because now there's just a glut of it. So this doesn't work now. So with the Harry Potter thing, I mean, like, they just need to cool it and just, like, let it kind of fade away a little bit until it becomes a fond memory in people's heads and then do some new shit, Do it 10, 15 years from now when there's real nostalgia for it. It's like, oh, relive the magic, But instead, they just like, oh, shit, more until they've sucked every little fucking dime out of it. And then even then, they only wait like 5 years before they bring it back again for nostalgia, nostalgia. It's like, goddamn, it takes longer to create nostalgia than a 5-year absence, fuckers. You gotta wait a little while. The whole Harry Potter franchise sucks. Not enough edge. Needs more edge. Wreck-It Ralph 2 looks terrible. Yeah, it does. It's unfortunate because the first one was pretty decent for a little animated movie. You know? I mean, I like animation, but, you know, for one of these cookie-cutter animated movies is what I'm saying. You know, I mean, it's pretty cookie-cutter, but, you know, it was kind of fun, you know? The characters were good. Voice acting was great. Jokes fucking landed most of the time. It was a pretty fun little movie, you know? And now they're just... Ooh, it's horrible. I don't know what they're thinking with this sequel. But whatever, it's for kids. I'm sure the kids will like it. They're remaking Robin Hood. I've seen like 7 in my lifetime. Yeah, none of them have been good. You notice that? You notice that none of the Robin Hoods that have been out in your lifetime have been any fucking good whatsoever? It's like, stop. You guys are not good at this fucking story anymore. You know, back in the fucking 40s or 50s, you did it okay. Just count your blessings and move on with life. I thought the Disney one with the fox was pretty good too. But maybe that's just nostalgia glasses. Thoughts on the new Aquaman movie? God, I'd rather someone staple my nuts to this chair I'm sitting in right now than fucking watch that horse shit. That seahorse shit. Oh, Robin Hood Men in Tights was good, that's true. But I mean, you know, whatever. That's not really a faithful adaptation of the source material. Sorry, the title reminded me of the Carlin bit about soft language. Well, it should, because that's exactly what I was thinking about when I made it. So. Disney's Robin Hood and Space Jam are the causes for 80% of all furry awakenings. That's science. Space Jam especially, I think. Carlin was in many ways good and in less ways bad. I don't think he was bad in any way, really. Not from where I'm sitting. I didn't really see any faults. Maybe the fact that he believed the ancient alien theory. I thought that was pretty silly. He was on Inside the Actors Studio and he was doing an interview and it was all great, all insightful, all smart and witty and intelligent. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, if the aliens come back, I'm like, whoa, what? Okay, well, I guess everyone gets one crazy belief. You know? For a while, Joe Rogan had his weird, like, moon landing conspiracy shit. I think he's past that now. George had the ancient aliens. I don't know. He didn't mean it. He definitely meant it. It was go watch it. He was being dead serious. What's crazy about thinking aliens have visited Earth before? It's crazy because there's no evidence that it happened. It's also crazy because most of these structures that it's like, only aliens could have built this, they actually know how they were built. So it's not like, you know, it's not even really a mystery how ancient man built that stuff. And also it sells us short. It sells the architectural accomplishments of early human civilization apart. Yeah, it sells it short, rather, not apart. And there's just no evidence that aliens visited our society. There's no evidence they've ever interceded in any way, shape, or form, so believing it's kind of crazy. I think any belief that has no foundational evidence to support it is pretty dumb. Einstein didn't believe in the existence of Shakespeare. You know, that at least makes some kind of sense. A lot of people have questioned, like the historicity of certain figures is questioned. Socrates, they're not sure if he actually existed or if he was just a creation of, I don't know, Plato or Aristotle, one of those guys. So, who knows? TJ, it's my birthday. Can you wish me a happy birthday? Happy birthday, BJ Smirk. As a scholar of ancient philosophy, Socrates almost certainly existed. Right. I mean, I believe Socrates existed. All I'm saying is that there's people who have questioned the historicity of Socrates. And there's legit, I mean, it's not like you can 100% conclusively prove that he existed. It's the only point. It's just a hypothesis. Did Jesus really exist? I don't know. I think there's valid reason to question it, especially since there's almost no secular historical accounts of his existence, despite the apparent importance of it. Good old Socrates. Thoughts on Carl Jung? I don't really have many thoughts on him. I don't know much about him. Joseph was the original cuck. I guarantee there was men cucked before Joseph. But he's definitely the prime example of a cuck. Comes home, his wife is pregnant, and she's like, God did it? And he's like, we have been blessed. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. He's totally gullible. That's good. I wonder how many fights Joseph got in over that shit. My wife is pregnant with the Son of God. Are you sure it's not just your son? No, we've never had sex. Other dudes are like, what? She probably just got knocked up by some fucking merchant or something. He's like, what'd you say about my wife? Fuck you. Yeah, Joseph is the divine cuck. That'd be the one cool thing about if the Jesus story was true, then it would mean that it's probably the biggest set of consequences ever for a woman lying to her husband about where this baby that she's pregnant with came from. You know? It's probably the greatest ever example. Some bitch gets pregnant. She's like, shit, what am I going to do? I'll be stoned to death. I don't know. God impregnated me. And they're like, whoa, it was God. For he was born of a virgin. Yeah, she cheats on her fucking husband, comes up with a crazy lie about it in some fucking Middle East shithole village 2,000 years ago. Fast forward 2,000 years and we still believe it, and there's a whole religion based around it and tons, billions of fervent believers. I mean, it's like the greatest little white lie in history, dude. I guess it's a little more than a little white lie, but compared to the results it's had, it seems like nothing. So if the story of Jesus has any historical truth, if that part does, then that's crazy. But I happen to kind of think that it's mostly nonsense, if not entirely nonsense. You don't give enough credit to the power of Christian ideology. What do you mean? Why do one-trick ponies like you only talk about Christians? What are you talking about? I talk about. I don't. How do I only talk about Christians? It came up in the conversation, and we're talking about it. I talk about lots of shit. Whatever, dude. Ban that shit. No, whatever. He's free to be stupid. I don't like banning people. Talk about Muslims now. Well, what about them? Dare to be stupid. Dare to be stupid. Do you notice any differences between strains of weed? Yeah, I do. What was your first impression of Joe Rogan? Um, I don't remember. I mean, he's very nice. Like, I don't know, he's a real nice guy. He's short, but he's fucking built. Like, he still seems like he could kick your ass. Even though I'm like probably a foot and some change taller than him, or at least a foot taller than him, I definitely felt, you could feel like his intimidation factor for sure. Because you could tell he's just strong and powerful, but I think he's got like a real sort of, like, he's super nice, and there's like a gentleness about his being, so you're not really scared, but if you pissed him off, I don't know, he's just a real friendly guy. I mean, he's really pleasant to be around, really nice to converse with, you know, totally laid back, totally friendly. Christianity has shown me an unprecedented ability to coordinate and conquer, as hateful and untrue as it may be. All right. Joe Rogan still believes in the ancient civilizations. I mean, there were ancient civilizations. Does he believe that they were constructed by aliens? That's what Eddie Bravo is right about 9/11. I don't know who Eddie Bravo is. Bohemian Rhapsody for life, brah. Okay. I don't know. The first human civilizations date back to around 30,000 years. Oh, TJ is there is no God statement, a conclusion, or resignation. I think it's a conclusion. I don't feel like, I mean, I feel like for some people, I mean, it depends on who's uttering it, but in my case, I feel like it's a conclusion. But I mean, all conclusions that I make are tentative. Like when I say there is no God, I just mean that I don't believe in God. I'm not saying that I couldn't be convinced otherwise. I think that sort of closed-mindedness is silly, but I don't see any good evidence. I've never heard a compelling argument. But it's important to be open-minded. And thus, fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Were you ever religious? I was never really a Christian, and I questioned the idea of God pretty early on, but I definitely had a fascination with the concept of God for a while. Like, I knew I was an atheist by the time I was 12, but I think that for those first few years of being an atheist, I kind of tried to figure out some way to talk myself out of it, to find some way to believe. I didn't want to, I wasn't really looking at any particular religion. I was just kind of exploring within myself the concept of God. But I really didn't find anything of merit, so I dismissed it. But yeah, I mean, I heard about why don't you like culture? Um, I don't know if it's the case that I don't like culture. I think it's the case that I think culture is detrimental to human progress. I think people become too married to their cultural identities and are not willing to go outside of them, even when change is necessary for their survival. Do you like questions? I wouldn't be here if I didn't. Please watch Paul Stamets Joe Rogan podcast. He's a mycologist that promotes the medical benefits of psychedelic mushrooms. Well, yeah, that sounds cool. I like culture in an artistic way, but not as an identity. I could agree with that. Skeptical Jesus. I give you $100 if you manage to refute bright insight. Oh, okay. The bright insight is wrong. I'll take that $100 now. How heavy is an average human tooth? I don't even, I don't know. Like maybe half an ounce or something. Maybe less, probably less. Man, my back hurts. Ever been to Kansas? I've driven through it. Not much there. It's a pretty desolate place. Have you played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, TJ? No, I don't even think I have any system that could play that. What is it for? I think I have an Xbox One around here somewhere. I don't know. I haven't even unpacked it. Fat dead rednection. Okay. You are more nice these days. What happened? I don't know. Ever been to West Virginia? No, I don't think so. I might have driven through it, but I don't even think I've done that. Big red erection. Check out Graham Hancock. He's been on JRE a lot. I don't know who he is either. I don't really watch a whole lot of JRE. I'm not really a fan of talk shows or listening to people talk. You're getting older. That's why you're nicer. Yeah, I'm too nice now. I'm going to get mean again. I heard that every time Hillary Clinton would campaign in an area, her popularity in that area drops. It might be why she doesn't campaign a whole lot. Yeah, that seems like a pretty reasonable assumption. What's wrong with... I'm sorry, what's your favorite Chelsea Wolfe song? I don't know. I don't know who that is. What's a song you would want Manson to do a cover of? Well, I already talked about this on the last stream. I think House of the Rising Sun would be good. I'd like to hear a Manson version of that. Hillary Clinton might actually have a chance this time, though. No, I don't think she does. I think she has much less of a chance. I think most people view her as a loser. And it's not like she was all that popular last time she ran, so I don't see why her popularity would have done anything but declined. Hillary Clinton is the bestest. She's the best. Yeah, I don't know if Beto will run in 2020. There's a good chance, though. Hillary in the house. Hillary in the White House. Need a woman in the house. The White House. Hillary Clinton is the one. Gross. There is a show tonight, right? For patrons? Yes, there is. Did she pay for that? Probably. I'm currently making a video essay on 90s cartoons. What's your favorite cartoon from back in the day? Well, I think it actually started in the 80s, but it ran well into the 90s. I like the Ninja Turtles cartoon. I watched that a lot as a kid. I was a big fan of Darkwing Duck. I liked that show a lot. What else? DuckTales was good. I think that might have started in the 80s as well, though. Like, do they have to start in the fucking 90s, or do they just have to run into the 90s? Because that's a big question. I hate SpongeBob, so I'd never say that. Yeah, Rocco's Modern Life was cool. Ren and Stimpy was cool. What else? Cow and Chicken, man. Yeah, Cow and Chicken was fucked up. I used to love that. I loved watching Cow and Chicken just because I never knew what kind of crazy shit I was going to see. It was so not a kid's cartoon. But there was a lot of those cool, like Cartoon Network put out a lot of great cartoons in the 90s, like Dexter's Lab and fucking Johnny Bravo and, Powerpuff Girls and whatever else. Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was fucking awesome. I like that show to this day. Samurai Jack came out in the 90s originally. Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs and Freakazoid. Kind of an underrated gem, but Earthworm Jim was a pretty cool show. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. Garfield and Friends. Yeah, I love that shit. Garfield was a role model because he was just a lazy piece of shit. Didn't want to do nothing. It's like, all right, finally, character I can relate to. Yeah, Daria. I love that show. I didn't really get into Beast Wars or Rugrats. Never really got into the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I think I might have been a little too old. I don't know. Chowder. I don't know. I never even heard of that. Invader Zim. I think wasn't Invader Zim like the early 2000s. My So-Called Life was not a cartoon. We're talking about cartoons here. The Beetlejuice cartoon was cool. Johnny the Homicidal Maniac needs an Adult Swim show. I agree with that. That'd be an awesome show. If they could capture that comic in show form, that'd be pretty badass. No Fairy Odd Parents love. I'm sorry, it wasn't my thing. Why do cartoons suck so hard now? I mean, a lot of it probably has to do with the fact that you're an adult now. So, they're not really meant for you at this point. They actually are worse now, though. I mean, maybe they are. I have no fucking clue. I just don't watch them, so I don't really know what the quality is like. I don't watch kids shows. Read your super chats. Well, you just fucking sent one and I read it. What do you want? Should watch the movie Outlaw King. I don't know. Maybe I will. I probably won't. Angry Beavers, yeah, that was okay. I didn't really watch too much of it, but I caught it every now and then. It was alright. Well, let's see, I guess I might have missed a super chat or something. TJ, why aren't you an apatheist? TJ, reread your super chat. You missed quite many Q. What is your favorite state to live in? My favorite state to live in was Washington. Why am I not an apatheist? I don't know. I'm not even really sure what that means. It just means you're apathetic towards the concept of God, I guess. I feel like it's too socially relevant at this point for me to be apathetic about it. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. I find your lack of Beavis and Butthead disturbing. Beavis and Butthead was great. Cartoons are for children and adults who do drugs. Now, I still watch cartoons, but there's plenty of cartoons made for adults at this point. And I don't know. I'd rather watch Venture Brothers than go check out fucking She-Ra reboot or whatever the fuck is the latest cartoon is. I don't know. Why aren't you a flubist? I looked into flubism and I just thought, I like flubes, but am I really gonna devote my life to flubes? And I'm like, not really, so, you can kind of count me among the ranks of I'm like a Unitarian when it comes to flubism. You hate flubism? Damn. Would you win an election against Paul in a primary? I don't know. Maybe. It's not a very satisfying answer for your money, but I don't know. I don't see why I'd run against Paul. Why do people have to be anything? I don't know. Death is a stereo. Death is TV. Have you read the Satanic Bible? Yeah, I read it when I was 15. Is DFF still growing in fans? I don't know. The worst three conservative pundits go. Sean Hannity, definitely number one. Rick Wiles. He's not very big, but he's just super crazy. And what's the fucker who sells the bonus buckets? I can never remember his name. Jim Baker. Do you remember the gradual transition? Oh, shit. I never watched The Wonder Years. How do you feel about Satanism? I don't know if I've ever heard you talk about it. You know, I think it's better than Christianity. Ever get that bonus bucket? No, we never received a single bonus bucket. Are there any mainstream media outlets you still think have credibility? Nope. I don't know if they ever did. The rocking back and forth is very annoying. Good. Did you ever watch Happy Days? Nope. I know the theme song a little bit, but... Do you sell anything on eBay? Nope. Unsubscribe from this channel. Do it. Burn the Bible in a video. I already did. Go check it out. It's a video called Burning Everyone's Quran. It's still on YouTube, but you have to verify your age to watch it, but it's on there. I burn the God delusion, I burn the Bible, and I burn the Quran. I didn't burn the Bhagavad Gita, though, so maybe I should get a copy of that and burn it. Hands off the Bhagavad Gita, sir. Burning books like a Nazi. Yep. I also burned a copy of Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. So I burned books in my life. I'm a book-burning son of a bitch. Stevie is building a shelf for me.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, Stevie.
Hey.
The shelf is being built.
How's everybody doing?
Hey, everybody.
How many people are watching?
232.
Hi, everybody. That's 232.
TJ, Marilyn Manson got old. Turn it off. Nope. Is Stevie blonde? Yeah,
No.
look at him. Look how blonde he is. Is Stevie your slave? No, I'm paying him to do this. Because I ain't doing it. That thing is going to collapse. No, it's not. He built the other one.
Yep.
And
There it is right there.
it's sturdy as could be. It's the
Except for the 3 times that it fell down and killed some children.
Yeah, well, you know.
We don't talk about that though.
Well, you just did.
But that's what you told me to say if anybody ever asked me.
Yeah. Fistful of dollars. This Chauncey, that's where he sits. Oh, do you see? I guess that I am too. Chauncey guards the place, yeah. Chauncey is my guardian. I guess that I am too. Do the scrim. Do the scrim.
Scrim?
The scrim.
What the fuck is the scrim?
I don't know. You gotta do the scrim, dude. How come you're not scrimming?
Well, I'm assuming the scrim is me working.
I'm not way down. Pros and cons of living in Washington. What part? I'm thinking of moving there. The pros are the climate is super moderate, so it's never like ridiculously hot or cold. Well, not never, but very rarely is the temperature outside uncomfortable. You know, it's really like if you're on like Medicaid or whatever there, that's really good there. It's actually really well funded and put together. You know, there's lots of fucking cool stuff to see and do. It's a really beautiful place. You know, free weed. Not free, but, you know, it's legal. I wish it was free.
That would be pretty nice.
But as for the cons, it's really expensive to live there, and it rains a lot. That's pretty much it. I guess there's that volcano that could erupt and destroy a bunch of shit, so that would suck.
There's all sorts of natural disasters everywhere that can kill anybody at any time.
Yeah, Stevie's right. But
You go in the middle, you got tornadoes. You go in the south, you got hurricanes.
hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, you know, everywhere you go.
Firestorms.
Everywhere you go's got something. I wonder if there's a place on Earth that doesn't have any serious natural disaster potential. I mean, I guess anywhere could be hit by a meteor or something, so.
I'm gonna go grab a screwdriver real quick out of my truck.
Okie dokie. Is Stevie related to you? No.
Fuck you.
Yeah, he's my brother. He's my brother from the same mother. Hey, Sal. Is Florida Man the best superhero? Oh, yeah, for sure. Scotland is safe, apparently. You just have to worry about the English. Worry about them coming back. Trying to take over. I mean, they're already under the same government, but, you know, they might send their armies in again. You never know. Scots get out of line too much. I'd call Florida Man a hero. He's a hero bringing us all entertainment. Is Scotty the youngest? No, Stevie's the youngest. Florida man works very hard for our entertainment. Yeah, he's always up to something. You never know what he's going to do next. Florida is not real. Okay. I hate everything, you included. I can respect that. Man. My back hurts so fucking bad. I don't know what I need to do. Mm-hmm. TJ, to fix your back, you need to do some moderate exercise. So what you're telling me is there's no solution. Damn. Guess I'll just have to live with it. I heard you used to be a sex worker, TJ. Oh, yeah. I was a regular whore, dude. TJ, tell about how much soccer sucks. Okay. I mean, I've seen it on the television, and I have to say it's probably the most boring sport you could ever watch. They almost never score a goal. Basically, you're watching them pass the ball back and forth endlessly. Occasionally, someone will kick it into the net, but usually they won't. And it's just really long and really boring and really stupid. And why anyone has a fascination with it, I couldn't tell you. I mean, hockey is low scoring too, but at least in hockey, they beat the shit out of each other. You know, in soccer, if a player even like grazes another player, the person who got grazed pretends that they're severely injured so that a penalty will be called, you know? Soccer sucks. I can't decide if baseball or soccer is more boring. I don't know. They're both pretty damn dull. At least if I went to I know that going to a baseball game live can actually be fun. I don't know about going to a soccer game live. The closer we get to the end times, the closer we get to legit blood sports. I don't know. It seems like most of our sports have been further pussified, so. It's harder than it looks, bucko. The singularity will be the end times. Baseball is fun to play, boring to watch, speaking from experience. Yeah, I don't really know. I never really played it. Wish they'd bring back coliseums. Prisoners can fight to the death. It would be great. Cool. Eat the rich out of the palace and into the ditch. Cool. Count to 6 and die is the best Manson song ever. I really wouldn't say that, but maybe. I don't know. Kirk means church in Scottish Gaelic. Look like your ancestors were church folk. How ironic. Yeah, and on my mom's side, it's McPherson, which I think means son of the parson, which I guess a parson is like a preacher. So it's religious bullshit on both sides. Are you related to Charlie Kirk? Probably. I don't know how closely. I mean, technically everyone's related, but yeah, I'm sure we're a little closer than most. Aren't you part Czech? Yeah. There is Czech on my mom's side as well. Are you related to James Kirk? Yeah, I'm pretty sure James T. Kirk is like my great, 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 great grandson. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Tell the IHOP story. Why don't you tell it? No, James Kirk is Iowa. Dude, my family moves all over the place. I've lived in like 30 states. I don't even know. So, who knows? TJ shot up an IHOP. The guy you dump pancakes on is coming for you, TJ. Good. It's time for him to get his revenge. How can he be your grandson if you won't have any kids? That's true. But who knows? Maybe I have some illegitimate children floating around out there. I guess they wouldn't have my name then, though. Maybe it's going to be like Scotty's great, great, great grandson. Whatever. Doesn't matter. What happened to the band series, speaking of IHOP? I don't know. I just haven't done one in a while. Little did TJ know he dumped pancakes on a young Jordan Peterson. Oh, shit. Jordan Peterson was a lot fatter back then. Was Jordan Peterson ever like fucking 350 pounds? He actually was. Maybe it was then. Maybe I dumped pancakes on Jordan Peterson. JP was ripped. Damn. Nihilist, postmodernist, nihilist, postmodernist, nihilist, postmodernist, neo-Marxist scum, neo-Marxist scum, neo-Marxist scum. Don't you know you kids are dumb? A bunch of neo-Marxist scum. Apparently, according to his Joe Rogan appearance, apple cider is his kryptonite. What? Apple cider? What happens if he drinks apple cider? Does he shrivel up? Does he die? We need to send apple cider to Jordan Peterson. He dies instantly? Cool. Yeah, we need to definitely send apple cider to Jordan Peterson. Yeah, we need to just fill up little spray bottles with apple cider and start spraying Jordan Peterson when he comes to events. Death by cider, bitch. Sick cider Tyrannus. Bless this bowl. Your bowl has been blessed. Go forth, my child, and fill thine lungs with smoke. Give him an apple cider enema then. Spray him every time he says postmodernist or hops on the furniture. Yeah, we can train him up, dude. We can get him good. I think with a little bit of discipline, Jordan Peterson could be all right. Jordan Peterson is controlled opposition. Controlled opposition to what? Swallow the snot, swallow the snot. Drink it all down. That is the plot. Do you know if you mix chili powder and hydrogen peroxide to vinegar, then drop baking soda in, it'll explode in a glorious fashion? Really? Cool. Yeah, Jordan Peterson just needs his Miss Piggy, dude. You know? He needs a fucking bossy ass pig to keep him in line. I don't want to be his Miss Piggy. I don't want to have to fuck Jordan Peterson, dude. Yeah, maybe Mistress Jin. She can come back and put Jordan in line, dude. Dude, why do you never address Bohemian Grove and Operation Northwoods? Well, I've never heard of Operation Northwoods. What I know about Bohemian Grove is that it's a bunch of rich cocksuckers that go to some ritual thing and they dance around a fucking like burning effigy or some shit. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I'm obviously not invited. I'm not an elitist world power, broker kind of guy. Wish I was. That'd be cool. Peterson's always on the verge of crying and it makes me uncomfortable. Not sure if I'm blocked or TJ just sucks at reading my comments. Want to bet he reads this one, though? Well, you'd have won that bet, because I did. I hope to someday smoke a doobie with the Shatner and sing Rocket Man together. That's cool. All the presidents get naked and touch each other. Yep. That's what I gathered. They all rub their wrinkly bodies up against each other. I met Shatner. He looks terrible in person. I never met him outright, but I saw him speak. And I didn't really think he looked terrible, but I wasn't really close enough to gauge. But man, he came across like a total prick. Like, he just came across like a stupid asshole. I don't think I like him. Did you see the dismemberment photos of Jamal Khashoggi? No, I didn't. I didn't even know that there was photos of that out there. Do you still watch The Walking Dead? I haven't been. No, me neither. I kind of fell off. The cast of Star Trek also thought Shatner was a prick. Well, he kind of comes across like one. Where did I stop watching? Whatever the season was that started with Negan bashing Glenn's brains out, I watched that episode and I watched probably halfway through that season and then I gave up. Yeah, I am excited for the new season of The Orville. When does that actually premiere? What do you think of H3's current stream that's getting insane hate? I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never heard about it. I don't know what the deal is with it. I just heard you're the first person I've heard talk about it. Islam is basically Nazism for the Middle East. Gay. All right. Gay. Hi. Despite a conspicuous lack of coughing on this streamer's part, I shall thumb this debacle up. I'll try to cough more. Hitler also has facial hair. TJ equals Hitler. It's the best alcoholic beverage. I don't know. I don't really drink enough to answer that. Any clues on today's topic for the show? Yeah, it's about you. And you'll see what I mean when it comes out. Coronas. Yeah. Vodka. Vodka. Of course, the white trash says vodka. DFF Florida. That might be cool. Florida versus Africa. "100% of heroin addicts started with breast milk. Gateway drug." Wow. You know, when you put it that way, that's crazy to think. Any thoughts on Tulsi Gabbard? I haven't really looked into it too much. To her too much. So I don't know. Whiskey, vodka, beer, wine. Have a preference? Whiskey. She's hot. Cool. DFF feudalism. Maybe. It's not a bad topic. TJ, why don't you become a productive member of society and go to college? Oh, that sounds horrible. TJ, what do you think of Nintendo having to remove the Native American imagery on Mr. Game and Watch in the new Smash Brothers game because SJWs got offended? I haven't heard about it, but it sounds dumb. I hate average people. Cool. I'm sorry, it was actually people. Read the Unabomber's Manifesto. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good, actually. Ow. That's when your hair gets too long. It's always in the way. what is your favorite movie? My favorite movie is, I have a few that I kind of share a number one spot for me. Unforgiven, by Clint Eastwood. Seven Samurai by Akira Kurosawa. The Big Lebowski by the Coen brothers. And I don't know if it really is tied for number one, but I really like the Back to the Future, the entire trilogy. So, damn it, Stevie! I told you to build the shelf right.
I did build the shelf right.
What the fuck is this? Shelf looks wrong to me, Stevie.
How does it look wrong?
It looks wrong.
Bitch.
What have you done?
You sure your LASIK ain't fucking...
Take it apart and rebuild it now. This is
Really?
absurd. Yes, this shelf is garbage.
Okay. I work hourly.
It's pretty close to done, huh?
Yeah, it just needs some weights on
Yeah. Seems a little wobbly, Stevie. How wobbly it is. This other one doesn't wobble at all. See?
it. That's because it has like fucking a ton of books on it.
No, it doesn't. You're wrong. You're wrong, Stevie.
God damn you, you're distracting me.
I ain't distracted nothing.
Bitch.
I ain't distracted shit, faggot. All right, I'm gonna go.
I really like that Seven Samurai.
What?
I really like that Seven Samurai poster over there.
Oh yeah, I do have a Seven Samurai poster over there. You know, it's funny because I have two probably of the best films ever made, and I have one real shit film. Because I have a Fistful of Dollars, which is awesome. That's a real fucking man's face right there. That's what men look like. In case anyone's curious. Fistful of Dollars, Sergio Leone, motherfucker. Fucking original Seven Samurai poster, Japanese poster. It's a reproduction. It's not the actual original poster, but whatever.
That'd be something if it was.
Dun 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 na na na. Dun 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 na na. Ass full of fists. Shut up. You're crazy. You're a real nut job, you all. Let's see, what time is it? 5:26. And time just flies on by, don't it? You should do a DFF on Stephen King. Damn you, Salvadese. Keep it up, baby, now. Twist and shout. There. What is this? Focus. The good, the fat, and the neckbeard. What's up, blood? Nothing. Digestive enzymes. Favorite 3 Stephen King books. It. Drawing of the Three. And, I don't know, Carrie. The 1-year anniversary of DFF is coming up at the beginning of January. We're aware. TJ, when I was in high school, a conservative student punched me in class for not standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, but your content made me feel better, so thanks. You're welcome. I hope that he got fucking suspended or something, but I'm guessing he didn't. Why is your house so big? I don't really feel like my house is that big. I think it's like 1,500 square feet or something. I think it's a pretty modest house. I don't know. It's not ridiculous. Miss living with Paul. Sometimes. Burn it down. It's a modest house on the bayou. It's a modest house in the bayou. I don't consider it, I mean, like, how is it a big house? Like, to me, a big house is like, 3,000 square feet plus. I consider that big. Really big is like 6,000 or something. But, 1,500 square feet, I don't know. It's not really that big. It's just kind of like, I don't know, normal. I feel like it's pretty average. I mean, there's only 2 people living here, so I think it's a reasonable amount of space, but it's a mansion compared to Paul's. I'm pretty sure Paul has about 1,200 square feet in his apartment, so I don't think he has that much less space than I do. He definitely has way less stuff. He's not as materialistic as I am. You have a basement? This is Louisiana. We don't have basements here. The water index, or whatever the fuck it's called, is way too high. If you start digging, you're going to hit water real quick. Hush. Dig a swamp pool. That'd be cool. Swamp pool. Good for you, Eduardo. I think the Tim Allen episode is back up. I believe it is. Bork. Bork. You ever eat gator? Yep. Yes, I have. It's pretty good. Going to work. Wish me luck, TJ. All right, good luck. I'm happy to report to you that gator meat is not just a novelty. It actually does taste good. I don't like frog legs. I do like gator. How do you feel about stream.me? Any competition with YouTube is a good thing. We're going a different route. We're actually working on a solution to host our own video content. But, yeah, the stream.me, I mean, if that helps people escape censorship, Godspeed. I wish them luck. Come on, bud. Anyway, I should probably go. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your viewership. Thanks to everyone who super chatted. I appreciate that as well. And I will see you motherfuckers later tonight when we're doing DFF. If you're not a patron, then you can't see it, I guess. But if you are, then you can. So, peace.